All right, folks, we're ready to make our icing. It's royal icing for our cookies. And I have here a 2-pound bag of powdered sugar. And I'm just gonna cut that open and get it ready. I usually find if I make a little slit, those extra bits of powdered sugar toward the top will fall down. And so this is just ready to go. Now this recipe asks that we put in 3/4 of a cup of warm water into our mixing bowl and then add 5 tablespoons of meringue powder made from egg white and a little bit of sugars. Now meringue powder, the brand I can normally find at the grocery store is the Wilton meringue powder. So you can get maybe another brand, I don't know. I don't see much of it around other than this brand. And we're gonna drop in 5 tablespoons. Royal icing has a way of crusting and drying very easily. And so this is my 3rd tablespoon. That is why the meringue powder is very important. 4 and 5. All right, I have the paddle attachment on the mixer. I'm going to set it down, lock it together, and just blend this briefly. Because otherwise, the meringue powder is very light, and maybe you can see this, but it's floating out slightly. And it will do that. Once it gets so that it won't all fly out of the bowl, you can turn it up. We're going to mix this on, I'd say, medium to get it sort of fluffy, kind of frothy. It's about 30 seconds. You can see it on the paddle attachment, so that's pretty good. All right, the next thing to do is just pour in all of your powdered sugar. I'm going to just put that all into the wet mixture here. And powdered sugar, as you're probably aware, is very much like the meringue powder that as a powder, it can go flying everywhere. So we'll start this up really gently, maybe pulse a little bit. Try to see if we can't get that to mix with the water a little bit. There we go. Right. Let's get that all combined and liquidy. As always, it's a good idea to scrape down your bowl partway through. So I'm just going to get all of that powdered sugar all the way in and get it to mix. All right, set this to the side, set up the mixer again. Okay, we're going to mix this for about 10 minutes. All right, as you can see, that is quite fluffy. And that is due to the meringue powder. I'll just scrape this off right now, and then I'm going to get a kitchen towel moist and cover this because, as I mentioned, meringue powder makes this a crusting icing. It's meant to dry. And this is very thick right now, but we're going to water it down just a little bit, and that will stretch, you know, how much you can make of this icing and how much one recipe will make. So when I get this all scraped down, then I'll show you how I mix in some color with it. I'm going to reattach the paddle attachment and drop in a couple of drops of pink, like this, to have a good pink color, but not too dark. See how that comes out. I think that's a really nice spring flower color. All of the cookies, when we're finished, are going to be that of a variety of spring flowers. So this pink is lovely. I'll just keep moving on, and then in a minute I'll show you all of the colors when I'm finished. And we just made this lovely lilac and lavender color, and I wanted it a medium color for those two flowers, lilacs and lavender. They can be darker than that, which you could certainly add more food coloring, but I just decided to leave it at this sort of medium phase. Now, I've made pink and I've made lavender. I would like to make some more colors. I am definitely going to rinse out my bowl and the paddle attachment, and certainly my spatula or scraper here, before I add any other colors, because if you start mixing colors, if I were to mix, say, yellow in here, that would turn to brown. So suffice it to say, this has to be rinsed. It doesn't have to be washed with soap and water, but all the coloring has to come out of it. So I'll take care of that now.